Bonnie, let's go. Uh-oh, get the mic, girl.
Yeah, I bought your album and it really is a hit. Nah, I can't get jiggy with this.
Oh!
Hold on.
Cussing.
But maybe some of y'all can prove a chick wrong. It's $50 if anybody can name a Nick song.
I'll take.
Yeah. Mariah with a senior citizen, and you hanging out with rappers trying to be a friend again. But when Shady diss Mariah, you ain't beat Eminem. You just another candy rapper who can't eat M&Ms. Hold on, I ain't even done yet. Hold on.
She been watching the show.
Boy, that shit lip got some on his lip. You on Wildnout looking like ridiculousness. Hold on. I'm not. Don't stop. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on, Nick. Hold on, because you really got your head wrapped up like some kind of chick. He got his head wrapped up like some kind of chick. How you gangsta and Abercrombie and Fitch?
Hey, that's enough.
What's the deal? It's your boy I meant what he said. You know where I'm at. You know what it is. Powers Industry. New Artist Showcase. Home of that entertainment. I'm here with one of the most feared girls in the game. I don't know. I can't even refer to you as a female. It's just like you're one of the most feared battle rappers around. Give it up for my girl, Bonnie Godiva, man.
Thank you.
So let's jump right in. Why are you the most feared, you feel?
I definitely like that intro because I don't like, I love that I'm a female, don't get it wrong, but a lot of people put us in a different category than the men because it's a male industry, so I like that because I guess I would say hustle like a man, quote unquote. That's why a lot of male battlers fear me because I'm not scared to step on the stage with them, do everything they do, wherever they do it at, so that's why I'm out of the box. I like doing things that people say I should.
So why not the traditional route? You're obviously an artist who has lyrics. Why not just say I'm just gonna, make records? What's up with the battle? Like, what catapults you in this whole battle rap thing? Like, what got you started in that?
It was a hobby. Like, I actually am a writer. I have a published kids book. I write like screenplays.
Where you write like kids books?
Yes.
No, so how does the battle rap?
I write every type of book. What I mean is I write every type of book. I write plays,
got you.
I write whatever I feel like writing. I write. I'm a writer. So music was just one aspect. Battling just started as one hobby that I started doing, and then I started getting paid, and then started being leads, and then I started traveling. So that was the one that took off first, so it's the one that I pushed the most. But I am a writer, so I don't like when people say, oh, battlers can't make music. I'm not a battler. I battle, but I'm a writer that makes music and battles.
Okay. So is that what Babs Bunny and all of them that do
yes, that's Queen of the Ring. Shout out to Queen of the Ring.
Okay, that's my homie.
That's where I started, so.
Okay, so that's where you started. So she did. You just stepped to her and was like, "Yo, I want to." Like, how do you? So you're female. You write in battle. How do you get involved in that? So, and I guess what I'm trying to tell the people is how does an artist get involved in the battle? Like the guy thing is pretty simple. Is there different rules for the girls? Is it a different process? Like how does Babs approach it different from Smack and all those other dudes?
I mean, I guess it's easier for women because there's a lot of battlers in general trying to get in now, and a lot more men than women. So it's easier for a woman to come in and make note, but there is still a surplus of us coming in. So it's really about your image, your plan. A lot of rappers, I say this, rappers don't understand that you don't make the most attention or money through rapping. Like, that's the platform that you get on, but that's not where you make the money from and the attention. So it's more than just being up there and rapping. You have to know who you are, your image, who you're appealing to, the route you want to go, not just battling all over everywhere, plan. So that's the part that'll separate you from everybody else.
Got you. Talk to me about Snoop's joint, because you was on the Gladiator. Like, what was that? How'd you get into that? And like, how did you even get picked up with that?
I got into that pretty last minute. Like the day before, they called me like, "All right, can you battle somebody tomorrow?" So that's how I found out about it. At the time,
did Snoop call you, or
no? Like, actually not, because at the time I was still building up my resume. See, I'm pretty new to battling, which is why people make a lot of note of the movements I make, because I'm pretty new to battling when it comes to. There's been girls that's been in it 10+ years, and who are top tier, but my name is up there, and I've only been doing it 4, and I'm out of the country because I take certain moves and I do certain things, make certain alliances. So that's what I mean about the fear part and all that. That's what I mean in the plan and doing all that. That all went into one.
So you would say you're internationally known in this game right now.
That's all comes up.
Versus
International B. I'm the international B of battle rap.
Okay. And there's no other female out there that's really making that kind of headway in the battle game or any of that.
But a lot of females do it for popularity. I care about popularity, but I'm a brand. I do it for the brand. So that's the difference.
Yeah, so if you're a brand, that means there's a check involved.
Exactly.
Okay, I hear that. Don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's how we do it. So talk to me about M.T.V. Wildnout. How'd you wind up on that? Because you just been moving. You going from the battle. You on Snoop story. Now you in Nick Cannon.
So like
and I
said,
saw you get on Nick Cannon when they got but guys,
like I said,
you got into
Snoop,
that.
I didn't hear from Snoop. I was still building up at the time. So I started taking off right after Gladiator School. So when I hopped on it, I didn't do as great because it was the day before. But I still did good. Snoop still acknowledged me. You did real good for last minute XYZ. By the time Wildnout came, I pretty much had my plan down pat. I'm a hustler. I'm an entrepreneur. I know how to get on certain things. So on some real inside preach manifesting things, I already felt like I was going to be on it. I knew I was going to be on Wildnout. Before I even stepped on the stage, I felt it. Like, I'm going to be there. I don't know how, when, who I'm going to talk to, but I'm going to be up there. And I just kept looking for it. I saw that audition date. I kept hitting them up, and they responded back to me, and I was in there. And I didn't do it on some, I'm Bonnie Godiva, I deserve to be on here. I did it on some, put me on, and I'm going to show you who I am.
So you had to audition to
I auditioned live. I auditioned live. So I could have been like, let me come on the show for one episode. Nick Cannon knows who battlers are. I could have been, let me come for one episode, guest spotlight me, whatever. But I actually went on to be part of the show. That was the audition I did. So that was live. Yeah, so I was a cast member for a season of Wildnout. So yeah, I was just auditioning and getting it done. Like I said, talent is half the part. You gotta hustle the other half.
Makes sense, because I saw you got on Nick Cannon. I was like you wouldn't stop. It was like they had to go get somebody to somebody to put him over him. And I was like, I thought Nick was getting caught. I was like, yo, what's up with this shit? She know me on TV. But I mean, I guess that just says, you know, and that's I guess what leads me to my next question with you. People know that you're very aggressive. Do you feel you're too aggressive?
No, I don't think so. This is my voice. I don't even sound aggressive, but in approach maybe. But only when I have to be. If it's battling, of course I'm going to be aggressive. That's part of battling.
Oh, well, the reason I'm asking you, because I know you had the battle with Miss Fit, right? A lot of controversy around that. They said you were, like what was what do you think that was really about? Like, why so much controversy around that particular battle with Miss Fit?
I don't really know. At the time, I think it was because I was still a quote-unquote rookie being put with veterans. So they felt the way like she doesn't belong here type of thing.
Oh, so Miss Fit is more of a veteran.
At the time, yeah.
At the time.
I mean, a vet. She's been doing it longer than me, so I could say she's a veteran. I'm not per se a veteran, but I'm a legend, I feel, in female battle rap because I've done things that people have not.
Such as?
Like battling out of the country, like being on TV, like being on TV more than once. Wildnout was like my third time on TV. So, like I said, I make the moves. That's my lane. I really don't care about the other lanes.
I hear that. I like your style. You walked in, you was ready to talk business. You was like, well, yo, I could do this, I could do that. You know, we talking off camera about it and stuff, so, you know what I mean? We about to get this
break. You make the least money off of rap. You got to know what else to do, and then the rap, too.
Okay. So, are you trying to, so, from my understanding is you're trying to also transition, because most people that do battle rap, the transition to act, because a lot of battle rappers can't do this music. They can't make an album, they can't make singles. You know, they just know how to do battle rap. You know, and there's no shot at them. That's just what it is. So what I'm noticing is that there's a lot of battle rap MCs that are starting to say, yo, I need to make this money, or I want to start making music. And that's a whole different kind of lane than what you traditionally do. Because the focus is not just being, you know, a battle rap. It's actually being able to make music that people want to purchase. They want to play in the club and all that kind of stuff. So how is that transition going for you?
It's fine for me, like I said, because I'm a writer. So it's easy for me to differentiate battle rapping from writing a bridge, hook, verse song or a hit song. Like, those are two completely different areas, emotions, types of things to me. So I don't have to really, I don't sound like I'm punchlining on a song. I can punchline in a battle all day, but I know that in a song you have to be catchy. So it's just about knowing the difference, really. And a lot of people, they'll take 12 battles and then try to do 12 mixtapes and everything sounds the same because you're not giving yourself enough time to feel each emotion and differentiate the emotions of each. You got to be a real writer for that.
That is true. So, now that you said all of that, what are your thoughts about Nikki and Remy and that whole situation? Do you feel that Remy reached? Was she right for going out of? Because this is your world, like the battle. So I want to hear what your perspective on is.
I'm gonna tell you how this battle break down. Remy had shock value. I'm not gonna say she had punchlines. She had shock value. And
When you
Nicki
say shock
had,
value, explain
like
to us
things
what that
that
means.
will stand like your ass dropped and this person said this about you and this celebrity said this about you. It's more gossip. It's like personals, what we call personals.
Okay,
And
personal.
you have personals, you have bars and punchlines, you have jokes, and that's different categories in battle rap. So she did heavy on the personals. She didn't really have too many bars, punchlines to me like that. It stood out. Nicki had more bars, punchlines, but not a lot. She kind of did it like I'm above her type of thing. So I really kind of called it a draw. I would edge Remy because she had the personal shock value part.
Mm-hmm.
She kept going. She was throwing low jabs all over the track. So I'd probably say she won, but it wasn't like it wasn't so like big to me because I feel like neither one of them really try to knock each other out. Remy don't have the punchlines. Let me say that. Remy don't have the punchlines. She didn't have the punchlines to knock Nicki out. So the little bit that Nicki did was enough for her to be like, all right, that was enough. And that was it.
So do you think because it seemed like Nicki waited for the other joint to come out and then respond. Do you think that she was smart in doing that? It was kind of like, or strategic about it, or it just happened like that?
I thought she wasn't going to respond, to be honest. I thought she wasn't going to respond at all. And I kind of understand why, because like I said, I like Remy's originality and realness, but I don't feel her punchlines like that. So I don't really, me hearing that, it wasn't like, oh, I got to respond to this bitch. It wasn't a sheather to me, like I have to, she really OD'd. It just was like the little shock value hits and everybody going crazy because nobody's done that in female industry battle rap. So that's why it was put as big as it was. But I don't really think it was that big like that. If that was the case, they should have got on stage and just battled it out. Because that was just light. That was light to me.
Yo, I'm loving how you moving right now. I'm loving how you moving right now.
That's not the real sport.
I hear that. So how do you feel about her with the Fat Joe? Do you think that her coming back out, she squashed the beef for Fat Joe? Have you ever had a chance to, like, would you be a terrorist squadian if they came at you?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I wouldn't be on a lot of people's teams, so that's just period. I don't know. I wouldn't be on a lot of places. Like, I like a lot of movements, but I feel the very independent wave. That's me, entrepreneur. Like, it gotta be some real. I gotta have all creative control. Like, I need that to be able to write from the emotion. I could feel like Q-Tip today, and my next album sound like ratchetness. Like, it's my emotion and feeling that's gonna push the album and all that, and that's where I get my best writing. So I can't have somebody having creative control over what I do. And like I said about Remy, I don't know. I don't want her shooting at me and shit. I really don't care if she do, but I'm telling my real opinion. Like, I don't know. I don't feel her hits even. Like, she gotta have Fat Joe on every track on the hook. Like, that's not. I want to hear her on the hook. Like, I want to hear her on some consistent hooks.
You not feeling Fat Joe?
No, like I don't. That's not. Let some young niggas shine. Sit your old ass down. That's how I feel. Some people gotta sit down after a while and let young niggas shine. Come up with your own little team underneath.
So you feel Fat Joe steals that shine?
I feel like he's still like old school Diddy and shit. Like, you don't gotta do that no more. You don't gotta dance and do the hooks no more. I'm just saying for real. Like, I don't think like Remy should be able to do a hook if she's as big and such a star as she is. Because I ain't hear one since Conceited. I don't like none of her hooks.
Let me ask you a question. Who do you prefer to battle, male or female?
I would say male only because there's not a lot of females that I feel can write like I can. They write more, your pussy smell like this and da-da-da. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear something creative that's going to make me really feel it. Like,
you want to hear bars?
Yes. Not a lot of females. I've battled most of the females with bars. I've already battled. So that's why I've just been going.
So you're saying you defeated pretty much the ones that...
I'm not going to say defeated, I'm real. I'm not going to say I'm undefeated because there's some that like I wasn't prepared for. I was taking too many. Shit was going on in my life. I battled a lot. I got like almost 40 battles.
What was your best battle? Male or female?
Define best. Which one I like the most? Or
Which one was your most challenging? That you was like, yo, I gotta go on my bag. They getting at me. I gotta.
Me and Young Gaddis. Me and Young Gaddis in Canada was my most challenging. It was my first time in Canada. First time a female battle in Canada. On King of the Dot. Shout out to King of the Dot. And Drake paid for that battle. Like, personally hit me up and asked me to be on the card. So I felt the
Drake hit you personally and was like, yo, wow.
He was like, we on the battle. Tell me how much. I'm feeling your shit.
Wow, you
Watching
serious?
battles. I'm dead serious. He follows me.
Any Young Money talks in Vegas? Nah, you wouldn't rock with them?
I'm not saying I won't rock with people. Come on, you gonna get me blacklisted.
I'm not getting you blacklisted. I'm just asking. You
I'm
know what I
already
mean?
blacklisted from Terror Squad. Fucking with you. Alright. I'm not saying that.
I'm gonna introduce you to my man Cuban Link. You heard that before?
Yes,
I'm gonna introduce you to Cuban Link, man. Y'all should talk.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying I know the magnitude of what I need, so I can't be places where you have too many artists to focus on.
That makes sense though. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to do a lot. And I don't want a 360. I'm trying to do a lot. So I need like more a partnership type thing. Like I'm trying to do my Chance to Rap thing, really.
I like that. So I'm gonna get into your personal life a little bit. You used to date Hoffa? I told you it's gonna get in your personal life. What's good?
This is gonna ask me my single, like I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yo.
This is got the Carfax.
Had the print out, man. Had the team do their homework. I was like, "Where? Did y'all ever battle?"
No. What's funny is we talked about it while we was together, and then after we broke up, he refuses to battle me.
So wait, are you trying to battle him?
I
Because
would.
we should set. You would?
I would, but he's not gonna battle me. He's not gonna battle me. It's too many personal things that people know together that he's just not gonna battle me. I don't give a fuck because I'll rebuttal this shit all day. I don't care. Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
So you saying if y'all battle, you taking that?
Yeah.
Without any question, I hear
I'm
that.
taking that.
Hoffa,
You
what's
cannot
up, man?
First of all, that's like trying to beat a woman arguing in a relationship. He's never gonna beat me because we know so much about each other.
See, but I think if y'all battle, there have to be certain rules. Certain things will have to be taken out, probably, right? Nah.
If
No
I'm not saying
southpaw,
don't
no-
say this,
you know what I
this,
mean?
and this and that, you can say what you want because I'm gonna know how to overshadow all that. I'm not worried about that.
Wow.
If we gotta censor ourselves, it's not a battle. I don't need to battle you.
That's what's up. See, this is what hip hop should be about, man. That's what you see my shirt. That's what all these dudes is about, man. There's no censorship. People just went and did what they had to do, man. So when you're doing Wildnout, right? You find it pretty easy then. It's probably just like nothing.
Nah, I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I've
Really?
never been live on TV. YouTube is different. All right, I battled today. Y'all might not see it for like a month. I got the time to explain how I did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, live, like, everybody see it right then, there. Like, so when I did live with Nick Cannon battling him one-on-one, I was nervous until the girl went before me and she bombed. Because I'm like, one of us is going to bomb bad. And then the girl bombed right before me, so I was like, I'm good. And that made me more relaxed.
Whatever I do, I'm straight, yo.
I can't be that bad after that. And then I just was not nervous no more.
Yeah, you was going for the knockout in there. I was like, damn, man. You know.
I was trying to get everybody. Stop the beat, all that.
I had it. One of the things I forgot to ask you, because we were touching on your album and stuff like that, right? And your EP's features. Who you working with?
I was working with some dope features on their albums, which is why it's been really blessed for me. Like I said, I didn't think I'd be doing music. And then I did battling, and then celebrities started asking me, well, where's your product? Where's your music? Where's this? Where's that? So on that quest, I've really done a couple features before I even got my own features that I'm really excited for. They're about to come out. So I
Want
did
to share with us?
Of course. I did one with Spraga Benz. Really dope.
Okay.
Really dope reggae track. Me and my artist, I did it with Chrissy Yamaguchi. We both did it. We're on there. So it's lit. She here too. That's my security and my artist. So she always here.
Look it up.
Yeah, so we did a dope track with Spraga Benz. So shout out to Spraga. Shout out to Danger because he's been introducing us to a lot of reggae artists. Shaba Ranks. It's been really dope on that end.
Shaba Ranks?
Shaba Ranks. He watched my
The
battle
Shaba
the other
Ranks.
day. He watched my
Mr.
battle.
Lover.
It was really dope. It was really dope. Like I said, you never know who watches you. So I got Mickey Fax, my bro, on the track. He's been making a lot of noise. So that's family. So yeah, I got a couple other dope little sneaky celeb features in there that I'm really excited to come out. But my album will be out before the end of this year. It's gonna be really dope. I'm excited. My first real true album. So the fact I already have so much buzz is really dope.
Yeah, it is. Like I'm sitting here, I'm baffled by everything that I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Because women in hip hop have always struggled, and that's just a reality. You know what I mean? I probably think for me the best female hip hop artist I've ever liked is MC Light. I think she's like probably the most lethal. No disrespect to any of the other female MCs.
You know who I just met though, right? Roxy and Shantae.
Oh, that's my homie right there. That's like the big sister right there.
She might be up on that list too.
Roxanne Shante is definitely, you know what I mean? But you know, for me, coming from the time, like I'm 90s hip hop. So when I think of MC Lyte, I think of Rakim. Yeah. She was like the female Rakim of what it was. You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody really, you know, I seen her crush. I think there was an MC one time that tried to challenge, I think it was Antoinette something. No disrespect, Antoinette. Yo,
you died.
Yeah, Light would finish. She would just be finishing people. It was ugly. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was always my favorite. Who was your favorite coming up?
Definitely Lauryn Hill. I would say between Lauryn Hill and Erykah Badu, I listen to them the most as far as music catalog.
Okay.
I would say. When it got to rapping, I'm trying to think of the first female rap album I ever got. Foley rap? I don't even know.
I remember there's a crew, and I gotta get with them. There's this crew out of the Bronx. They were the first all female. I thought it was Salt and Pepper, but it wasn't because I found out like after I did my research, Herbie used to do a lot of writing and used to help them out. This crew was called the Mercedes Ladies, and they're from the Bronx, and they would battle. You probably would have been, if they did a life story, you probably would be the one that they grabbed to, you know, to rep it. You know what I mean? But it was crazy. They were battling dudes all over the place. They would go Brooklyn, they would go here. So I was like reading the book, and I was like, wow, this is real. 2 female DJs, 4 female MCs, and they were going from neighborhood to neighborhood trying to destroy it, looking for it. So, you know, Mercedes Ladies, I might be reaching out to y'all because I found out that was interesting. You know what I mean? But at any rate, so what do you think about females in hip hop today? Do you feel the struggle is still the same? Do you think that there have been some headways and progress made? Do you think that women are getting that respect or are still struggling with that?
I mean, I don't feel like we've been going all the way respect since Lil' Kim came out with the suspenders. It was kind of over for the respect part. A little bit.
Yo, you blaming me, but you taking shots.
No, that's not a shot. I use sex appeal, so we gotta look up to Kim for bringing the sex appeal to it. But I think it just after that it took a turn for the worse because then it was all sex appeal as opposed to before when it was the MC Lytes and Queen Latifah's. And
what about Rod Digger?
Rod Digger too.
Rod Digger was kind of hard. She ain't never, you know what I mean?
That's true because she really hasn't.
She never, you know,
pushed the sex appeal like that. But I'm just saying once Lil' Kim did come out with that over sex appeal and then rapping like as hardcore as the guys. Then it became a little shift, like, all right, the women could look like the video girl and rap like the dude rapping. So that's what it became, like, and that's how the Nickies and the Cardi B's and that's how we are where we at. I feel like how it took that quick turn from that. But I feel like it's opening up now because we're getting a little more open with hearing artists. Before it's just there's one female at the top, and we're kind of getting out of that, but it's still that notion that it's one female at the top. But there's so many different types of females coming out that now it's becoming a little more open. We have the AG aggressive lane, we have the female lane, we have the, you know, eclectic or, you know, SZA sounding lane, SZA Rihanna lane. So it's a lot more now that we're opening up and seeing, all right, it doesn't have to be just one female rapper because there's a lot of different types of female rappers. So I think that's now why we're starting to open up a little bit, but it's still the competition of there only could be one best female when there's a lot of best males.
That is true, and I feel like that's still kind of in play. Everybody's looking for who's the top female, and nobody's really asking who the top man. I mean, we do in a very indirect way.
But y'all can have a top 5 and 10, and all of them are respected like number 1. But only one female can be respected like number 1.
That is true. So, I mean, that's the part that I would love to see change, you know, with people. And that's why I try, you know, when we're interviewing, I'm trying to stay away from the whole idea that you're just a female. I'm just trying to look at you as an artist, you know what I mean? But I still have to acknowledge that you're making a statement as a woman in this game. And, you know, you're breaking a lot of barriers, you know, with the up-and-coming challenges and your world-renowned kind of fame where you're traveling and you're doing your thing and people paying you to do this. You know what I mean? So I definitely got to look at that. Let me ask you a question. Would you jump back in the ring? It's called.
What you mean? The battle ring?
Yeah, the battle ring. Would you jump back in there and be like, yo? Like I'm saying, I guess what I'm trying to say is, let's say you were at a success rate of a Nicki Minaj, and I'm not trying to stop. She is very successful. She sold a lot of music. If you got to that point where now you're just kind of doing records and music, and somebody called you and said, yo, let's get back in this ring, would you do it?
I feel I would find a worthy opponent I feel is worthy of that, and I would really level it up. I wouldn't come down from where I'm at to go battle. I would level up the battle ring to where I'm at to battle.
But how does
that make sense? Like, I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna battle on, I'm gonna come down to a card y'all already have and come battle as the main event. I'm gonna be the only battle on that card, and we're gonna do it in like Vegas. Like, it's gonna be like, bring battle rap up. I'm not gonna go up and then come back down to battle rap and then go back up where I am and then come back down. That don't make sense. If something brought me up and I'm gonna continue to do it, I'm gonna bring it up with me.
Oh, so what you're saying is you're gonna take the sport to that next level instead of going to like some rinky-dink spot in the club and say she did that.
I'm not gonna leave my $1 million house to go to a battle event at Irving Plaza that they've been doing. Is what I'm saying. That wouldn't make sense.
So you'd be on your Mayweather then. That's what you're talking about. Okay, you know,
because that's how I feel like I would have to do.
I got you. So that's what's up. So you know what, man? I could probably do this all day with you, man. I love how real you are about. I'm just feeling this.
I was talking about this today, though. People know when to rap. There's people even in battle rap. I'm gonna use an example. Like, there's people in battle rap who battle like once a year or barely, and they top tier, and they just come down every now and then. No, I'm the best though. I'm the best. I battle once a year, and that's it. And I'm the GOAT. You cannot be the GOAT battling once a year. You cannot be the GOAT of music dropping one album a year. Like, I've never been able to think like that. Like, if you're the GOAT or something or the best at something, I could call you tomorrow and we having battling on TV and you should be able to beat me. Like, you don't need a whole 5 months to write to be the GOAT.
And I do know some battle rappers, and some of them have taken that position where they don't battle all the time. They battle off and on, and they feel like because it adds value to when they actually do something, which kind of makes sense. And if I could always see you, I'm not gonna pay to.
But then
you know
when
I
I see you, you better be super fire. I don't want to see you once a year and you rapping like everybody else. You really have to stand out if you're gonna do that, because I feel like it's part time. It's just like saying I'm a halfway do something and get all the benefits from it, but I'm not really doing it. Like, if your brand is battling and you're gonna battle, then battle. Battle more than once a year. Now, if your brand is battling, you're gonna do music and you're doing all these other things and you want to battle once a year, that makes sense. But if your brand is battling, I'm a battler and I'm the best, you should not be battling once a year.
Yo, you know what? All this talk about bars, I need you to give me something before we get out of here.
Yeah,
we are up in Lounge Studios right now. Randall House Records. Big up my man, he just started his label, but this is Lounge Studios, the home of a lot of successful artists, and it's the #1 recording studio in the city, man. That's my opinion, and a lot of artists, a lot of major artists record here on a regular. So you know what? I'm gonna throw you in the booth. I want to see what you got. You know what? We're gonna do this right now.
Nigga, the truth. Every time I step in the booth, I speak the truth. Y'all know what I'm bringing to you. I bring the truth. Motherfuckers know who I be. I be the truth. When I speak, set you free. Nigga, the truth. Nigga, the truth. Nigga, the truth.
Schooling niggas with hard flow, I get these niggas a boner tryna beat me or drop the ball. You need some bigger cojones. Itching to spar ever since a kid on my corner. Diva rocking your speaker knockers, did this shit on my lonely, and now it's young hooligans schooling them with maneuvering. Artists, the way I draw this, my pencil is like a moving pick. Picture that pop-up clip in my hand to shoot it with. Gun T-Pain, the features on it is ludicrous. So who you fooling with? Cause Bonnie is a problem. Bitches got it backwards, need to drive without the mileage. Do it all for paper, for them dollars, for them commas. Don't see marriage in my future, baby, I'm just being honest. Fake friends, your name ring? I ain't get the call, like these cats woke up gay. The way they stretch the pause, patience if I aim for your chest. Don't make me check a brawl, sorry but I ain't for the game. What we connected for, your repertoire is less than par. I'm extra hard, flexing arms and snapping plates like Megazord. Y'all mega fraud, it mega hurts, your measures off. And that's light, fight back, y'all gonna need better bars.
Woo! Woo! Say word, that's what it is, man. Bonnie Godiva, man. You heard it, Powers in the Street, New York's #1 hip-hop and